Hello, universe. It's cold. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm freezing, which is really funny since it was really hot last week. I say really hot, but I mean it was a lot warmer than it should be in this time of year. But now I'm freezing. And because I'm freezing, my hands are kind of like chunked. I kind of got garbage circulation in my hands. I don't know why. I've always sort of had it. But that means that my hands are like really, not like actually frozen, but my reaction time on stuff feels kind of garbage. I was going to do some fighting games today. And I thought maybe I'd do some Factorio. And then I thought, no, I want to do a roguelike. And I haven't played Emberward in a long time. This game's pretty chill. So we're going to go for Emberward today. Enigma Sanctum? What is Enigma? Sorry, there's something wrong with me. Try to kill your frost runes. I actually did a few episodes of this on the YouTube channel, and we planked to frost runes, at least in the most recent one, to my memory. Spoiler, but you know, it's fine. All right, so who have we have? I believe we played as Tana last time. We played as Belloc as well, and I figured out that Novice is like a little boring. Tiny the Bot is interesting. Master Merchant is strange. 10% of your coins will be generated as interest carried over the next round. Oh, Chunk the Builder. Your starting set, there's always 2x2. Two of the block cards in the starting have mega runes, and there will always be a mega rune option. You start with Blessed Chisel. Blocks can ignore obstacles and be perfectly placed anywhere. Hit me with Chunk. Okay, so Mushroom Tower throws toxic mushrooms at 6 enemies, releasing poison after 5 seconds. An enemy dies nearby, drops to the ground. Heck yeah, that looks sick. Super down for that. Actually, hold on. Balloon Tower. Balloon filled with combustibles that drift slowly to a target, dealing AoE damage. Explosion radius increased by 10% every second. That drifts up to 100%. Target disappears before arrival. It relucts on newest enemy. That's also interesting. I'm kind of more sold on the mushroom one. It's a little bit cuter looking. When a tower crits within 3 tiles, that gain 20% crit rate for 5 seconds. Towers within 3 tiles. When you sell a tower during battle, you don't receive any gold. Instead, it creates an explosion. Equal 10 times selling price. That would have been cool if we did the merchant, I suppose. When you play the leftmost card in your hand, all your towers cost 3 less gold to build. Restores after building any tower. The start of each round, you earn interest equal to 10% of your current gold. Monsters that enter the fire source attack range are drawn in by its irresistible aroma. Their attack speed increases by 15%, but their chance of receiving crit, no, heck that. I'm about to plank on on battle 1 at that point. So tower and relic, tower block card. I think I'm down for some relic action. This route lets us do double relic, so let's do that. Not familiar with Emberward? That's okay. I don't think it's like the most known game of all time. It's a vibe though. It's just like comfy. That's kind of what I wanted today because I'm so cold that I just wanted something comfy. So we have 2 mega runes. Basically, we're building mega rune. We're building tetris tower blocks. And normally, we have to deal with the fact that these ice blocks will freeze a thing we put on and make it unable to be used, basically. But because we have craftsmen, we ignore obstacles and we place anywhere perfectly. So, wait, can you place them through even this? Does this freeze or no? Okay, hold on. I didn't realize it meant this kind of obstacle could be ignored. That's actually insane. What about this? Does this still freeze? We're doing this for science. This still freezes, but the mega block is immune to corrupted ones. Okay. I wish I could have taken that all back, but that's okay. I can recall this at least. So now that I know that we can place it through obstacles, we can get real heckin' chunky with it. Wait, I can place it even through the fire? Oh, okay. I mean, that it doesn't cover the fire, but it does work. See, this is interesting. Hey Q, how's it going? I want the mushroom tower. It does make me feel something I haven't felt in a few years, which is nice. It is profoundly expensive, so I hope it'll kill. Yeah, we're good. Through the Fire and Flames, you can place in Dragon Force. Anytime I think about that song, I think about how funny they were at, I wish I remembered what the, concert I went to was. My mind always says it had to have been, like, Warped Tour, but I don't think it was Warped Tour. I think it was something else. It was, like, Rockstar Energy Fest or something stupid like that. No offense, Rockstar. Should you be interested in sponsoring my stream? Really sorry about that time I said that your thing was... really stupid. That was not my wisest moment for my future prospects. That's fine. I haven't drank an energy drink in like 10 years. My bones. Rockstar tastes pretty dope. I did prefer it to Monster for a while. My sister's addicted to Monsters nowadays. Mega Block. Aw, see, this is what it's all about with this character. You could just do such scrunky stuff. I think I'll just ice this one. And now we can set up mushies down here. And now we'll be cooking. I haven't drank an energy drink in like 10 hours. That sounds pretty good for your heart. I'm glad that you decided to give it a break for a little bit. Alright, so what are our upgrades? Attack range plus 2, 50% chance to throw a purple mushroom monster with purple gas, have 20% chance of being stunned when taking poison damage. That's pretty sick. Damage plus 3, attacks have 50% chance to throw in orange mushrooms. They take 30% more poison damage. Guess I'll go for one of each in this small area here. Split the difference, you know. So we ignore obstacles, so we can place this in such weird spots. You can just straight up place it in walls. That's the power of Chonk the Builder. This last wave? No, okay, that's fine. Oh yeah, how was your thing last night? Did you have fun? Last night was it yesterday? Oh, this whole weekend's kind of blurred for me. Was yesterday the concert you went to, or was it the day before? Or was it even before that? Either way, how was the concert? Really shouldn't have committed to a day. This is making me sound really foolish. Heck yeah, bonus reward. I heckin' love money. Sponge boy me bob. Aga ga 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 ga. That was my Mr. Krabs. I hope you liked it. Really reached deep for that one. What does this do? Salvage and pirate ship. This causes an explosion damage to small area. We don't need that. That's fine. All we need is mushrooms everywhere. Saturday was the concert. Ah, okay. I was thinking it was, but then I was like, wait a minute, things aren't right here. I feel like I'm dead. Actually, no, this is fine. As long as this dude doesn't do something profoundly messed up to my board. I don't remember if our health heals at the end of each of these, so I'll take the heals 1 HP one. Yeah, we're vibing. I'd go as far as saying we're in vibing at this point, too. I forgot that you just, like, freeze things that have been down. That's so cool of you. It doesn't actually matter. Like, I know I'm being a whiny McWhiningson right now. It doesn't meaningfully matter. Oh, Mega Block. I know that I have like the same reaction to Mega Block, but it's like a kid on Christmas. Every time I see it, I just feel that childlike joy that I haven't felt in years. Sunday night drinking is always a... I'd call it an American hobby. I mean, it's probably not just an American hobby, but it feels funny to call it that. Hopefully you had fun. You made it to today, so that's, you know, a positive thing. I don't know why this first level kind of tossed my salad a little bit, but we now have embraced the power of mushrooms. I've known like more than one person who has been like, they become like a changed person because they did mushrooms. It's really fascinating to me. Starfall Tower. No, that's the coolest thing ever. Yes, I want it. That say it was 135. There's no chance it was that expensive. Keep playing in this stage with more challenge waves? No, I'm all right. I don't know why I would do that. I want to progress. I'm a heckin' filthy casual on the illicit drug front nowadays. I got old. I'm just kidding. I've always been a filthy casual. I've never been a competitive illicit drugger. What do I want to do here? The ideal would be to force him to go down one of these paths and up the other one, I suppose. So if I can block off one path, like this, we'll say, I could block off this path for a cheaper block. If I block off the path as such, we want to block here. We want to block here, and we want to block here. We want to keep doing this, but I think what we'll do is we'll have them go through here and then maybe snake around here a little bit. I don't know how we can make that work. But I'm thinking about it, and it feels good in theory right now. I think one of the bigger things we could do is to get down a mushroom early. But I think that I've set it up in a way that it's physically impossible for me to do that. Thankfully, we can recall blocks, because I think that that's going to be not necessarily like a complete necessity, but it may as well be, because I'm a dumb McIdiot head and made a dumb McIdiot head decision. So I can clip my blocks into themselves, actually, to create a more favorable design like this. That's actually really cool. This character is quite interesting. So now we can get down our shroomies early in the path. And there we go. Now they get poisoned early on. They're all wicked fast, but it's because they're going down the route of the snow. Hey, we got an early chest, which is cool. I would love some coins at this point in the game. Mega block. I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm really sorry. But my, like, mysticism about Mega Block is going to be a persistent thing for this run. Unfortunately, I can't help myself when Mega Block is involved. I just start acting out. Mega Block got me acting unwise. Okay, you see what I'm picking up here though? What I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? I guess is the question I'm putting forth. The answer to the question is yes. You don't even have to answer. I have full faith that you know what's happening here. You've picked up what I put down. We had a nice handoff, as they say in the sport ball biz. Okay, the poison is working like exactly as I needed it to so far. Oh, that's so nice. I kind of want to econ and try and get down a Starfall Tower. So now if we block this off, it should have to go through here, which we have a lot of freedom on how to path this out now, just because of our blocks function. It's not my favorite path, but I think that has a little bit of chutzpah to it, you know? Maybe I should put down another one of these. Feels like a better idea. Instead of relying on divine intervention. A lightning tower. I don't really care for any of these. Powerful shots, fine. Is that a mega block? Okay, so these are going to get iced, so I would really enjoy turning one of these into a 3x3, which I can do right here. And then getting down... Whoa. Starfall Tower, it's arcane. I didn't even read what it did, it just looked cool. It does 10 damage. Now summon a meteor 3 times the size of the appropriate targeting or priority targeting. Applies 30% vulnerable to enemies hit for 5 seconds. Oh, it's so cool. I want one of these for my bedroom. I could just, like, crush my foes with meteors. That would be pretty poggers, as the kids say. People still say poggers, right? They definitely still say poggers. I don't even need to question it. I know it's true. No chance they don't. These mega blocks are causing me some strife in my life. But I am still excited to see them. But maybe a little bit of the honeymoon phase is worn off with the mega blocks. Random elemental type sounds kind of fun, but 70 more damage is pretty big. That would be nice for like single target damage, I imagine. Yeah, because that's the vulnerable on it. Are we kunk and bunked? No, we're fine. We're kunkless. No kunk to be had here. I'll go for the meteor. This is about to transform, but I think that we can get down. Oh, heck, I shouldn't have done that upgrade. If we make enough money this round, it'll be fine. Because this is now a 3x3 I can place another meteor on, so hopefully we can do that. There's Starfall Tower, not Meteor Tower. I know the difference. I've played this game not super frequently. Maybe I'll keep it on most progress, but I kind of want it to be like a killer. Oh, heck, I wasn't paying attention to the coins. Can I place one somewhere? It looks like one can fit right here. Perfect. I just wanted a second one down with the other modifier. It's almost perfect, okay? Mathematics was never my strong suit. We'll put down another mushroom tower. May as well. This is already final wave. These are really, really expensive though, so they're going to be tough to get in the future. Maybe the different elements is the smart thing to do, but I don't really have any element synergy right now. I guess if I could do poison, it could do poison damage bonus from the tower, because I think the tower gives more poison damage with that upgrade. Maybe. I can't believe it's so cold here today. I really picked an inappropriate game to play. Electro Tower Gates. Discharges a powerful electric current that passing enemies, leaving behind a strong electric field for 3 seconds after passing through the gate. Tower deals damage to an enemy each time it moves 1 tile. Chainball Tower cannot rotate. Fires a chainball straight ahead, dealing heavy damage to the first monster hit. Knocking it briefly, stunning it. Prostrate Tower. 1x5 seems really tough to set up. I guess I'll take Chainball because it's the most entertaining to me conceptually. Vengeance Statue. When a fire source takes damage from monsters, or when the fire source takes damage from monsters, deals all monsters by 20% per point. Set bosses. See the next card in your deck. Preparation time between each wave is halved. For every 10 seconds remaining on the battlefield counter at the start of battle, you earn 3 gold coins. That's super stressful. I'm gonna reroll that. This is the leftmost hand card running. The leftmost card in hand. When you build walls with 3 tiles or smaller, while immediately acts in place to draw a card. That's not going to happen for us. We have mega blocks. We have some, but I don't really want it anyways. Tower kills an enemy has 20% chance to reset the fire and cooldown, allowing it to shoot again immediately. That sounds incredibly strong for our current tower. It's interesting they added like an endless mode. Okay, we want to go here. We want to maximize our relics, I think. At least that's the plan I'm going for. Alright, what do we have? So we have a northwest and an eastern entry point. Nothing to the southwest at all, so we'll probably try to have them loop over there, but how do we want to do that? We can even place on top of the blocks that say we can't place on them, which makes sense since that's like our thing. What I'm thinking is funneling them both into this spot here around the edge, maybe. Could also set them up in 2 different areas, but I'm very much like the set up one defensive area kind of maze builder. Okay, that's not perfect, but it is sufficient, I think. The issue is this round is going to be really spicy. I think I can suboptimally build this and it'll force them, because they want to go, what was it, like, I feel like I had this in A position. Oh no, I could block this off way easier. Yeah, we're doing that then for sure. I was gonna say, I know I had them going to the bottom route somehow, I just wasn't sure how I did it. This does block that off, but this doesn't block that off. I could draw. I'll just draw. I'll be a good noodle. No. Okay, well that's fine. It's less than ideal, but it's fine. We're probably going to take damage here. How many enemies were there? Hopefully not too many. I actually love this. This is my favorite tower. We're definitely taking a bunch of damage. It was a tremendous amount. I played that kind of super poorly. I guess extremely super poorly would be a lot more accurate, but you know, so it goes. Sometimes you need to accept the fact that you've disappointed yourself and everyone around you, and that's just your day for the day, you know? I'm gonna super greed here, I think. Alright, that wasn't worth it. I thought it was. I had like high confidence that wouldn't kill us, but I think we take double damage on those maps because the challenge node. That's a solid oopsie poopsie moment. Run it back. Landmine tower. Place mines along the path. That could be really useful. Oh, but balloon tower is what I want to run it back on. I didn't know you could reroll these. You have 14 rerolls. Gain 1 charge for each stage you cleared. 5 extra for defeating a boss. You can store up to 20 charges. Once you complete all 4 regions, they become unlimited. Oh, that's interesting. I don't actually love that, though. I want to try balloon tower because we didn't do it last time. When poisoned monsters hit by fire, all poison effects are converted into area damage. We can turn... I mean, we have poison and fire. Heck it, let's do it. We've got the recipe for all of those things here. That's a quest card. I forgot that quests exist. Okay, we'll go for a quest. When in doubt. I shouldn't have graded there. Upgrade 6 towers with the red upgrade. Option 1. Clear the level with a monster path at least 75 tiles long. The attack speed of fire towers are reduced by 20%, but their damage now applies 1 stack of chill. That sounds sick. Deal 2,700 poison damage. Fire damage may create a magma puddle. Those both sound really fun. I think the poison damage itself is probably... It actually seems quite hard, isn't it? Or maybe we can do this over several of them. I think the monster path one's going to actually be the easiest for us, and it gives us frost, which gives us another element. I'm concerned that there's not enough health in this to do 2,700 poison damage. There probably is, and I'm overthinking it. But I was still a little bit concerned about it. Oh, we got a square this time. GG, it's over. I don't know why they made the game so easy, but I'm glad that they did for someone like myself. Okay, so we have Dynamite Tower. We have Poison Dart Tower. Let's set up a few Dynamite Towers. So our synergy is, we want to make a really, really long path. Which we can do. Like, we already have almost like half of what we need. But our synergy is that when someone's poisoned and they take fire damage, it's a kablooey for the poison damage, which is going to be really useful. I'll take a Gambler's Token early on. I like talking about this game like I know, whoops, like I know strategy super well. I have no idea, but it is fun. It's a game I find myself coming back to a lot. We have the luxury of building through anything we want to, so we need to take advantage of that to the best of our ability. I want to place a balloon tower. Whoa, I love balloon tower. So now it's normal damage, but we can convert it to fire, which is probably what we want to do since our build seems to be reliant on fire. And whoa, I love balloon tower. Our build seems to be reliant on poison and fire. I really like balloon tower. I didn't realize how much I was going to like balloon tower until I had it, and then I realized how much I liked it. We would like to see longer range poison damage if we can too. Oh, we got hot balloons now. What a time to be alive. Haters still want to say it's fake, but believers will know it's real. Honestly, the believers are probably in disbelief this time. I didn't realize I could make them go around that rock. That's actually super helpful. We still have a lot of pathing to go, but we're only on wave 3, so I think we're probably just fine to proceed. I think we want to set up some more poison dart towers, just interspersed, because our poison damage is like a big part of making the magic happen. Oh my god, look at our giant balloon. And it leaves tar, which then gets ignited by our dynamite tower. This is actually kind of crazy. This pleases the nerd inside me quite a bit. Okay, cool. 82. We've completed our goal. The fact that you could just build through obstacles in this is actually like profoundly OP. Let me buy the upgrade. We should be just fine to clear this time. I mean, we've already gotten the quest done. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think we are much stronger than we were last time. Like, they barely entered our maze. Okay, so I'm gonna just line a few more dart towers. What upgrades do we have for these? 4 flat damage or fire rate and range. Fire rate and range is gonna be just it across the board. What do you get? Increased movement damage bonus. What's the movement damage bonus you have? The enemy moves more than 8 tiles, and explosion also applies a 2.5 second stun. I need to reread what dynamite tower does outside of this. Actually, it probably says it here. Throws an explosive that 6 enemies detonating after 3 seconds. Ah, okay. I didn't realize there was a timer on it. And it gets increased every amount they move. The 2.5 second stun is nice, but I don't think it's going to be very relevant. The explosion range is nice. And applying burn is also quite nice. There's a lot of burn synergies in this game to my memory. Oh my god, we're cooking them. This is the build. It's because Balloon Tower. I should have believed in Balloon Tower, and that was honestly a huge blunder on my part for not believing. Looties for me. Sure, I'll take that. What is kill shot? Every 3 seconds, it will instantly kill enemies with less than 20% health. That's pretty cool, I guess, if that's what you're into. I'm gonna continue pathing. I don't think it's super necessary at this stage in the game to keep pathing, but I'm gonna do it anyways. I'm a little bit crazy, and that's what I do. I do the wild and crazy stuff that I was put on this planet to successfully do. And unsuccessfully. Do some upgrades. Almost just sold that, which would have been cringe. Finally, we should just be fine here. I'm gonna kill shot one of the balloon towers because I think it'll be funny. It really didn't make a big difference. Kill shot is like, I think it's a guaranteed kill once every few hits or whatever. Dude. Treasure chest for me? Poison bottle actually would go quite hard, assuming that just applies poison as well. It would make them detonate on their own. That's pretty chill. So we got Frostfire, so now we lose attack speed, but we apply Frost. We want to look for other things that give Frost bonuses as well. Mega Rune. But... Speed Rune. I didn't realize I had 2 slots on it. Probably want to go for Fireball Tower just because it has fire. Bounces between targets and causes explosion damage. Sounds good. We'll focus on fire and poison. We don't need to grab any Frost Towers, I don't think. If we get anything that has like a Frost modifier on it, that's the ideal so that we can use it for our new Frost applying towers. But I think Frost in general just slows. But if there's like some like actual like enemies that with Frost applied take more damage, it'd be quite nice. Deal fire damage. Build 8 or more 2x2 towers. That is a lot of 2x2 towers. When a normal tower is placed next to a tower with other elements, it changes that element if there are multiple. It shows it at random. Burn duration is increased, but burn consumes 1 stack of chill every second. So that actually counters what we just picked before. So I guess I'll go for the 2x2 ones. That there's something to be said about that. Means we won't have to upgrade our oh, I didn't mean to draw there. Can I put that back on the deck? I know the answer is no. But that would have been nice to not do that. So we want to block off this. We want them to have to go up this to buy us sometime. So we will block off this route here. And we will force the enemies to traverse up these treacherous lands. I can use a Mega Block here. I don't know if it's worth it though. I mean, honestly, just going straight up here is just as valid as not going straight up. Because, like, they're going to be slowed the whole time. I think it's super worth it. We'll start with what we had before. Dynamite and Poison Towers. We have to build 8 2x2 towers or more, which is a real issue for our currency. So I'm going to try an econ. I forgot that we have, like, abilities that we can apply. Like overcharge and stuff. I completely forgot that's something we unlocked. I didn't have it for so long that I kind of like accepted the fact that it wasn't a thing. One of the characters gets like a permanent overcharge too. It's really strong, surprisingly. All right, so we're going to be mainly focusing on balloon towers just because of the time it takes, or the price to place them, basically. Because we're going to need, what, another 400 something space bucks? Anything with coins is to play, or if it like actually has a tower in it. These are also going to freeze like relatively quickly. I could path them longer over here. I think I'll do that. I didn't realize you could place blocks during rounds. I feel like that's a mechanic they've talked about, and there's like a challenge to like not place any blocks mid-round. That's good. That buys us a lot of extra time. We don't have the Econ Relic this time, right? So there's no reason to... Oh, I forgot those freeze. I'm gonna just place the balloons as we get them. We're halfway there. It's kind of awesome watching these giant green orbs. Wonderful. I think we'll place a fireball tower just because I kind of want to see one. It's not the most like useful thing to do currently, but I don't really care, if I'm being honest with you. I know it's a little bit wild and it's a little bit wacky and it's a little bit free, but I'm gonna just follow my heart here. My heart's sending me straight to Brazil. Okay, so we need 3 more. Okay, that fireball tower actually goes crazy. I didn't know what I was signing up for when I grabbed it. It doesn't seem like it does a crazy amount of damage, but it looks super crazy. I don't think one of these gives 15 coins. They do. All right, we just need one more, so we should be totally fine now. I think there's gonna be a bonus at the end. We should just be good. There is. Perfect. Quest complete. I'm gonna just send the final wave now. I don't think there's a reason to really overthink it. I think we're plenty strong. Just this part of the path in general, which we haven't had to utilize basically at all, is just so strong. So what do you have? Fireball bounce count +1. They no longer explode upon hitting the target. Instead, they split into 2 smaller fireballs each bounce. And range +2, fireball bounce count +2. They now have unlimited bounce range. I like the idea of smaller fireballs. Let's try that one once it's available. Although it's probably not gonna be able to pop off here because there's only a few enemies left. Oh, it actually still pops off because they still bounce between the same few targets. I was thinking it would be limited by the amount of targets. If there's one target, though, it does not pop off. It lacks pop off. There was a chest there. No, there wasn't. It looked like a chest there. I feel like there's totally a chest there. Maybe there's not. Build 8 or more 2x2 towers. So we got Chameleon. So now if we place these next to our fire towers, they'll already be fire. So we'll do Mega Rune. I'm probably not going to regret doing that. I was going to say I'll regret that, but like the Mega Runes are so useful. Decimate tower, poisoned. Fire missile with deadly poison causing poison damage to enemies within a large area. If the target's accumulated poison exceeds the health, it'll be killed instantly. Gosh, yes. If a monster with chill is hit by an electric charge, consumes 1 stack of chill to accumulate double the electric charge. If the damage taken level is 3 points or less, recover 1 health point upon completing a level. Halves the duration of malfunction on towers. Nah, I'm rolling. All your type attack speed is increased by 20%. They ignore your commands and attack random targets. That sounds really rough. When Arcane's crit, no. In each level, the first time your fire source takes damage, freeze all things. Magma gem again. Applying fragile to monsters. No, I'm rolling it down. Monsters under poison take 10% more damage. That one's pretty good. For every card in your hand, monsters have a 2% extra chance to be critically hit. When you use your rightmost card, a random tower without a buff card gains poison bottle enhancement. I'll take... Everything should be poisoned basically all the time. I think all 3 of those were actually kind of solid. I rolled down though, so we have to be careful. I'm kind of locked into my stuff. My memory says there's one really interesting thing somewhere. I do want a relic. Let's do it. Let's take the Tyrant's Whole Kingdom, you and I. We're here. We might as well. I almost played the Bazaar in stream today, but then I was like, nah, not gonna do it. So is this... We need to fight on 2 fronts. That is never my favorite thing to learn, but that's okay. We'll work through it. Is this a spot here? This is a spot. So what we're going to do is... this. I think this is basically what I want. Aw, heck. Did you know they could go all the way around the bottom part? I mean, that's fine. We still need to wall that off, but we'll have to fix that. My plan is just to have them travel through that upper area. I think I'm going to just hold my brick for now. I think it's a little bit smarter. Do something similar to what I had before. Just econ. What the heck is that? Frozen treasure? There's people coming from the bottom side. I didn't realize. I was thinking only about the top side right now. Holy cow. I'm glad that that wasn't a particularly difficult wave, because if not, we would have eaten dirt. So what do you want to do here? It looks like this corner is going to be a fun one to work with. Though it'll be a short path if we just make them go to the corner. Pathing in these games are so hard for me, but it's fun once you kind of like get a good path. But it's muy difícil until that part actually pans out. I've got lofty goals. So if I place down this, does it get fire damage? It does not, because it's not close enough. Good to know. In that case, I'm going to start with a fireball on the bottom side. Okay, Overcharge goes crazy. I didn't notice that there was 2 different treasures, but Overcharge goes absolutely nutter butter, and I need to remember to actually use that instead of just losing. I could alternatively just lose. Like, end of the day, it's my birthday party. If I want to lose, I'm gonna lose, you know? Okay, so now they go through the path I want them to take down here. I placed this in the dumbest McIdiot head way I could, which is super cool, and I'm glad that I did it. So now this should get fire passively? It did. So now this is defaultly fire, which is cool. I'm going to overcharge this again. No, okay, actually, yes. This thing is so strong. I thought we were, like, kind of suffering there, but we weren't. I would really like to break open these treasures. We need more poison on basically both sides, but we need more defense on this side in general. So I'm going to set up a few poisons here. Kind of get the ball rolling. All right, I forgot I had lofty plans for this. I wanted them to go around here, through here, and then through here. I guess that sounds logical to me. So I want to block this off. Yeah. That makes sense. That's fine. I'm overcharging the ball this time. In secret hopes that some of the ball's attacks will go into the ice. I should zoom out a little bit more and keep track of everything. I just like watching my things up close. So I'm going to place a dart tower there, just so hopefully it'll hit the frozen treasure the entire time. Maybe it'll help us finish that one off, because this one's getting close, but that one's quite far away still. I'm going to build down here. Oh, mega block. I'd see, I told you it wasn't going to go away. It might have seemed like it was gone. We'll place this down here. That's one of the ones that will auto kill if someone has enough poison accumulated on them. Then we'll place another one down here as well. That's a 3x3. It almost looks like it's not, but it is surely a 3x3. Dark Grip is like a big heckin' troll if you don't run it right, but it can be quite nice. It'll pull everyone into the target's range, basically. Okay, that actually is awful. That opened up my entire map. I didn't realize what that would do. This one won't make a difference. Do an extra fireball, and then I'll enhance this one. We still want to convert these to fire damage, I think. Just so they leave the tar ball. Gives us a lot of AoE. Okay, so that one broke as well, which is nice. Coin Hunter. Nah, I don't want to overthink it. I would like to place down one of these on this side and upgrade it with that too, just so we have the fireball on both sides. I think we're generally good at this point. It's the final wave. I'm going to just send it. I'm going to put Dark Grip on that just so everything gets pulled in on that side into the AoE. Looks like Fireball Tower was most of our damage there. Not super surprisingly. Balloon Tower did just fine. Sweet. Landmine Tower's Arcane, Electric. I don't really want any of them. I guess we'll take Landmine Tower. The start of each round, up to 3 block cards in your hand are transformed into block cards within 1 additional tile. Weird. Attack speed up, but to attack random targets is so spicy. If it was like 50%, I think I'd be more willing. Debugging encyclopedia is probably going to be pretty useful if we get against a boss or something that malfunctions our towers more frequently, since they get a stat up when it happens too. I will take another corrupted battle, I think. We want to maximize our relics. And this path gives us relics on relics on relics. To my memory, there's like a pretty cool one for mixing elements, or maybe some pretty cool ones, but it's been a while since I played. It's so cold here. Oh my goodness. So unfortunately, my mega runes really fall off in a situation like this, because I won't be able to block off any individual side. And pathing is going to be a bit of a pain with such limited area. But I'll start setting up and hopefully we can persevere. I'm gonna spend down this time just because this looks really spicy. I know this is a challenge stage, so I shouldn't be so surprised that it's like kind of out of its mind. What we can do is create things with a bunch of range in this middle area and like path them out in their own area. Like now we have a little bit more time on this path over here. This path already has to kind of go through the ringer. I'm concerned about this side more than anything right now. So let's start setting it up. I feel like we're gonna die on this one. Call it a gut feeling. Gosh, there's really like a very limited amount of pathing we could do. This entire center area is about to freeze, which is a real problem for my future prospects. I think I need to start setting up on it now. Hopefully we get enough coins to place one or two more things. I'd like to get, honestly, I'd like to get 2 more balloon towers, or at least maybe 1 more fireball tower down in here. I thought we were dying there, but we haven't died yet. Alright, I got down 2 before it froze. I should have just slowed the game down, but that's not a speed I'm playing at today. I'm ultra slug mode. Ah, okay, so we can force that enemy to go around this bottom side. Cool. Now we have 3 people going down, or 3 paths I should say, going down this one area, which gives us a little bit more control over it. I didn't realize there was frozen treasure there. I would like to upgrade one of these ASAP. Oh, we're taking some damage. I should overcharge something. Probably this. This tower goes crazy with overcharge. Okay, so I want to path this side out much further if I can. I'm going to upgrade the fireball bounce count early this time because we clearly need it. We need a mega rune to be able to place on that. We do have a mega rune available, so I will use that just to block that off. Thank goodness mega runes ignore the placements requirement. It's actually quite useful. I'll heal 1 HP, thank you. I don't know why Arcane Storm done that. That was a waste. I should have saved that. I was panicking, okay? They're getting really close. Formats when monsters within 3 tiles of the tower, their movement speed is reduced. That could be quite useful to put on this one. So I don't think we're gonna get much use out of the Decimate Tower in this current setup, unfortunately. Much as I'd like to say we could, I don't believe that is the case. Okay, that's perfect. I'm going to place our mine tower here, so I can just start setting up. Looks like we can turn them chill, or we can cause a stun. I'm going to certainly go for the stun on those. Anything that buys us a little bit of time is really the play here. We are certainly playing for time at this state in the game. Here's the final wave. Maybe we have a chance. Oh, I just overcharged on Horror Mask. Those don't stack. Ruh-roh. I think we're still fine. I always forget that upgrades don't stack in this. I think one of the characters can stack upgrades. Cool. Not ours, though. Not heckin' ours. Mega Rune. Slime Tower. Shoot bouncing slimes forward that explode on contact with monsters, spreading poison. If a slime hits a wall, it bounces back. That sounds pretty dope. I'm down for some slime towers. Sacrificial pack. When the fire source is attacked and HP is 0, consume all your Emberstone, heal 1 for every 5. And the relic will be eaten. When you discard a card, you randomly gain 1 to 10 coins. Use your rightmost card. The tower without a buff card gains the poison bottle enhancement. I think I'll go Sacrificial Pact. I don't know how useful it's going to be in practice. I imagine that if anything leaks, we're just kind of dead, but it might save us, which would be kind of cool. Perhaps unlikely, but it could be cool. I was a little concerned when the music cut out and there was no sound. Oh, we're dead. It was just preparing me for whatever in goodness's name is this. Flame Trap. Deals 6 damage to passing monsters every 3 seconds. If it hits a tower, cause tower to malfunction. How would that hit a tower? It's got pretty obvious areas. Saw Trap also does damage. Okay, we can spend to remove those bone walls. So obviously we want it to go around this corner. I feel like the fact that it says that if it hits a tower, it disables them for a little bit really throws me for a loop. Like, I feel like there's something profoundly scrunky that I'm not taking into account right now. Why would it specify that? I have a feeling it can move. Maybe it can't, but if it can, it could be a real problem. I shouldn't have drawn. That was a waste. I didn't need to. What happens if I place this? Okay, it does just break it. Cool. Now we have a Slime Tower set up. Aw, I really like Slime Tower. I'm already concerned. These things are quite quick. What do I want to do with them? I think the plan is just going to be to loop everyone down here. Then down here, then up, and then through the saw. That sounds pretty good. Let's do that. Let's focus on getting them straight down first and foremost. It's also a poison trap, which we can effectively guarantee them going through. No, we can certainly guarantee it. This big old chunker is not the most useful for us at this exact juncture in our life, but that's okay. We can make it work. We have little bouncy balls here now, which is a nice treat. I think we're gonna just go and then try to econ a little bit. I'm gonna overcharge this early on. It doesn't seem like it's freezing in here, so maybe our blocks won't freeze. I didn't realize there was this whole upper path up here. I will certainly try to take advantage of that if I can. Costs 18 coins to clear. I think we're gonna just clear that now. Should be that simple. And now they're forced to take a little bit of extra damage and buy us a little bit more time. I need to get rid of this. I also want to get rid of this too. Coins, please. I need coins so bad. Okay, so they at least have to pass through this. I would like to make them pass through the bottom part. I don't think it's worth us spending the coins to do that quite yet. I think we need to focus on getting like in the game still. We don't have a ton of upgrades on our board. And these waves are going to get spicy. I'm going to overcharge this early on. I didn't realize I could proc itself. That does make sense. The overcharge is done, but I think it did basically all the work it needed to. Okay, so we have a mega block here, which we can use. So now the enemies have been successfully manipulated to go through that for a period of time. It would be nice. Okay, so our things are freezing, so it's annoying. It would be nice to keep them cool in there for longer. I don't know if that's going to be something we can really pull off. What the heck are you doing? Stop like buffing. I didn't realize that there were enemies. Ancient Guardian, who seems to buff enemies. Maybe that's even healing, which is so much worse. I'm going up for the bounce upgrade here, and I'd like to place another one of them next turn if I can. I feel like the Decimate Tower is useful, but it doesn't do enough damage for us to really execute things meaningfully, and it's kind of slow. We're much heavier on the fire than we are on the poison currently. I think that's sufficient. Let's get down a second fireball tower. Going to enhance this one in a second. No. Unlimited bounce range could be quite useful. We'll set up another balloon tower. I'll just take coins for now. The coins are available, I'll take them. So we're not really taking advantage of the extra fire down here. I identified now that that is kind of a design in this, or a design flaw. So maybe we'll build into it a little bit and take advantage of it now. Oh, also they're not going through the poison, so let's fix that. That's better. Heck, I placed that wrong. That's fine. Just a little bit of extra security down here. I don't think it's super necessary, but it's certainly not going to hurt to have. I wonder if I can shoot over the wall. Probably not. Okay, I'm going to overcharge now. Overcharge is so heckin' useful. And I guess we can see here for sure if we can go over the wall or not. Oh yeah, I can go right through that bad boy. Heck, I'm gonna turn that one to a lightning one. We haven't done that yet. I think we're pretty much good. I don't really see a reason to stall, so let's just keep sending it. Our current setup works. I can see some value in extending or adding to our setup for sure, but like no reason to overthink it. Overcharge, grab another treasure chest. It always scares me when they get into the maze part, which I know is dumb since like that's kind of our thing, is to like use the maze. But like it still scares me. They should die before they even get into it, okay? Frankly, it's quite rude of them to assume that they can just like walk up slowly and enter my maze. That was a little bit closer than I would have liked. Which is to say we're totally fine, but I'm just gonna add another fireball tower. Hope that was a good time to overcharge. Oh, that's too big. That'll get hit down there. Oh, I placed you poorly. Ah, it's fine. Landmine tower, you get to take a break. I don't think we're gonna struggle anyways. But I did place you in the fire accidentally. Instead of one tile upwards where you wouldn't have been in the fire. That's a Frost Elemental. I'm glad Frost Pulse doesn't like heal it or something. I just saw the enchantment. I was like, I'll slam it down. I don't know why. I just thought about playing Nightica. Oh, so we do have Mushroom Tower, which is poison, which I think is just like a strict upgrade from our Poison Dart Tower. I think that's what we're gonna do. Drills down his trace block underneath at the start of the turn. Those are cool, but let's just go into the poison. That's what we're rocking with right now. So we have Cryo Conductor. When a monster hit with chill is hit by an electric tower, no gold furnace. We discard no monster charge reroll. Elemental Blueprint. When you have towers with 5 or more types of elements on the field, all towers gain 10% damage. When you kill a monster affected by chill, it releases frozen energy. Preparation phase. Towers on buff tiles can be sold at full price. I'll take the Ice Storm one. I don't think we have 5 elements because we could do shock, poison, fire, normal. I don't think we have like a chill or arcane tower. I think we'll go a shop here. At the end of each wave, 5 of your 1x1, 2x2, 3x3 towers will randomly transform another one. No, thank you. And I don't want Magma Gem either. Killing a large monster grants towers within 5 tiles attack speed. Sure, that seems solid enough. It's pretty cheap. Take 1 free reroll. When you build blocks during combat, it stuns nearby people. Charge. All 1x1 towers cost +5 and larger towers cost -10. Effect does not activate if you only have 1x1 towers in your loadout. This seems incredible. Great, thank you. There is Quest Tower block. I will go for Quest Tower block. I don't really care about the block, but the quest could have a relic in it, and I'm more interested in relics because they're pretty fun. What do we have? Arcane damage can be like impossible. 365 tiles long sounds really tough, but maybe it's doable. When your tower has no adjacent towers, its attack range is increased. That sounds great. 20 or more slime towers, I really don't want to do that. Windfire Sigil is sick, but I'm going to go for the really long path one instead. Okay, so let's see where things come from. %50 attack up on all these tiles versus an extra poison trap. I can certainly split through. It would be nice to be able to just have it go down both paths, but man, that's hard with Mega Blocks. Mega Blocks really locks you into like some degenerate stuff. This is what happens when your mom buys you Lego Mega Blocks instead of Legos. I said Lego Mox, and I really hate that. This is actually going to be a really tough challenge. I don't think it's going to be impossible, but it's going to be very tough for us. But we'll do our best. So I think we're going to focus on having them come down this path second, if we can manage that. I want them to go through as many of those saws as they can, is really where my head's at right now. The longer they spend in this area, the better, because these arrows are going to just be chunking them the whole time. This being said, they've given us so many resources that I'm pretty confident this is going to be a painful one. How can I enable this? Would be really cool if I could force them to go down through this poison and then wrap back around. Don't know how to do that though. I mean, I do, but it's like... Actually, it's a lot easier than I think it is. That literally is not in the poison anymore. Task failed successfully. Okay, this forces the poison movement, which is what I want. So, our towers are cheap now. I don't know if a balloon tower can solo, but I'm willing to try and start with one. I'm hoping the arrows will do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's doing all the heavy lifting. There's a lot of enemies early on, though. Hopefully that equates to a bunch of coins for us as well. Going to overcharge now. Treasure chests early on. Thank you for the coins. Okay, cool. Good start. So this is 9 waves. We're going to be here for... Oops, sorry about that microphone. We're going to be here for a while. Arrows deactivate our towers. That certainly changes up my plan pretty dramatically. I should have paid attention to that. 5-second malfunctions, no joke. Although, on the other hand, hear me out. That does sound bad, but it'll only be 2.5 seconds. And it'll have 50% damage up. That might kind of be worth it in a weird way. It goes down so often, though. If it was a little bit slower... But it's 50% damage up for half the uptime, basically. So it should be about balanced out. Which is interesting. That makes it a lot less prohibitive than it could be, but it's still not great, obviously. But the 50% damage buff is quite nice. I'm gonna hold off on setting up there for now, because I think we need every little bit that we can get. I'm gonna focus on setting up the pathing. This is where Mega Blocks make it a lot harder. I'm gonna hold off on doing more of the middle here until I get those long blocks specifically, and I'm gonna focus on doing the sides, I think. Doing stuff like this enables me... That's really not where I wanted to place that. Doing stuff like this enables me to have a little bit more freedom with the tower defense aspect early on. While not great, this gives us a lot of things we can place down in the middle area, which we really need to do. This is going to be a tough one. This is not going to be as free-low as I was hoping. I thought those arrows were on our side. Turns out they're the enemy. Alright, Fireball Tower goes profoundly hard still. We're okay for the moment. I'd like to set up a Mushroom Tower pretty early on, too. It all comes back to that relic. Which one was it? And when a poison monster is hit by fire damage, all poison effects are converted into area explosion. That's why we're not stacking enough poison, because they're converted. Okay. That makes sense why we're not stacking. It makes so much sense if you actually read the abilities and don't just guess at what they do. Crazy that they design a game like that. This is the wrong shape. I'll just wait for another long piece. I'm gonna assume that if our tower gets hit by one of these, it'll hurt. Yeah, okay, it causes malfunction on towers as well. But they attack twice as quick as the arrows would, so they, I think, will permanently knock out our tower, which we don't really want to deal with. Okay, unfortunately, we're so far off on the quest now, too. I kind of forgot that that was an objective. Let's focus on that for a little bit. Sure, 2 pieces, fine there. I don't want to neglect our defenses too far, is really my big concern. But I do want to make progress on the quest, so we will focus that for a little bit. Okay, we're about halfway there now. We don't have any more tiles placed. Definitely want a few upgrades, particularly the fire damage upgrade on that and the double bounce on this. I think I want to set up another mushroom over here. I think this is where it's going to get spicy. Upgrade fire on that. We'll do the stun on this one. Cool. It is nice that much of the path is like helping us functionally, but being prohibited to like not building in this whole section is a little bit unfortunate. Okay, I'm gonna build the monster path, and I'm gonna do my best to just bring it down here as much as I can. Much of the length is going to be this side suffering. I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it or not, though. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. I don't think it's gonna be close in our favor, though, which is always on Fork Knife. The orange mushroom's kind of useless, actually, right? Because they take more poison damage, and we're not doing poison damage. I should have not upgraded that. I kind of forgot that that was how that worked. Cool. Overcharge is working marvelously, which I'm really happy to see. Alright. Back to pathing we go. So I wonder... There is some merit to just dragging this line down as far as I can go. I don't think it'll be enough to reach our goal, but it might be. We get a lot of length every time we add something onto here. Whoops. Yeah, the mega block does not, in fact, fit, though. The Mega Block does not in fact fit. I forgot that we had like this whole grand plan for our defense. This should add a lot of length to it as well. Build a maze that makes monsters block over 250 tiles before reaching the end is an achievement, and this challenge wants us to do 365. But I did get that achievement, which is kind of cool. I feel like I've accomplished something big today, and that I should probably be proud. But instead I just feel like immense fear. I think we're good at finishing the path, though. I have an idea of how to do it. We're gonna want to spend some of our upgrade space bucks, or our coins, excuse me, on drafting, though, which I generally don't do. Dark Grip is so spicy, I don't know why I do it. It kind of works out, though, and we have great AoE. That's certainly our strong suit. Our AoE goes kind of hard. I'll take a Gambler's Token. Nice little bonus reroll for the road. Oh my god, everything is a Mega Block if you think about it. On account of everything being a Mega Block. I can clip this Mega Block, but I can't clip it in a way that makes it valuable to use. That works. Everything is a Mega Block. We have so many tiles to go still. I can use some of the Mega Blocks to force them in their spawn to take more steps. That does add a good chunk. I don't even think this is like efficient pathing, but it is buying us spaces. Let's draft some more. We have plenty of money. How do we do this? This is actually quite difficult to do. My head had it being a lot easier. Mega Block. I think we're gonna be able to clear at least with the required amount of distance, which is good. I'm gonna just save coins. We don't want to draw too much down. Interestingly enough, our Forge Fire has joined the battle. Gonna hold off on our skill. Powerful Shot is damage up by 150, but firing speed down by 30. I think we'll dump that onto here. That was a Mega Block. I thought this was a normal L. I was excited. I mean, not that I'm not excited to see a Mega Block. You know I'm here for Mega Blocks. You should Mega Block now. Yeah, that looks good. Right? No, I shouldn't have placed it. Are we dying? I just overcharged nothing. I was scared. I didn't know what I was doing with my hands. There's no way for it to go back up and then down again. I don't know why I thought that was a possibility. It would only be possible. It's possible over here, right? Down and then up and then down and then up. I guess if it was coming back around, I don't know. That'd be really hard to do. Either way, we're not doing it. We will place a Mega Block of Shame to extend our route out. How close are we? We're getting real close, but we're also running out of real time. Oh, we're so close. Surely just snaking here will add a bunch. Thought I could recall those blocks, because I place them really badly sometimes, and then I go, I shouldn't have heckin' done that. Never punished is what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, we're so close. Goodness gracious me, oh my. That means we're gonna be fine. Perfect. Wow, that was like kind of spicy. What's in the treasure chest? Unfreeze. Unfreeze is a block. Kind of useful, I guess. I mean, I don't know why I took it. We haven't upgraded the board, like, at all. Hasn't really mattered. Oh my god, the unlimited bounce range looks really crazy. I am concerned because the enemies were getting closer and I just wasted my overcharge like a dumb McIdiot head. I'm gonna unfreeze this block and we're going to place down more things on it. This is like the prime real estate of the board. I think we're okay. This does look concerning, but I think we're good. I'm glad I opted to unfreeze that and actually took that unfreeze upgrade. I think that was necessary for our survival, which is nice. Having the foresight to be able to figure that out kind of shocks me that I had, to be honest with you. I'm not really a think 10 steps ahead kind of person. I'm not really good at chess or checkers. My mom used to beat me in Battleship all the time and like really rub it in my face. She would not let me win games. She probably did at points, but I think she's competitive like I am. I don't know why that enemy teleported back a few times. Okay, so one wave left to go. Heck, and all of this just froze. This being said, I can actually use this as a building area. There's plenty of stuff that we could still do in this area, which is kind of cool to think about. Because this could be a solid part of our maze's damage. Okay, cool. That's what I was looking for. It's just one more big mega block. So I'm going to add basically just our normal towers down here. One of each. We'll upgrade them with their requisite upgrades. What else do we want down here? I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's go for a few more of these ones. The fireball ones are just so powerful. And see, now we're kind of spawn camping them a little bit. I mean, literally, I guess, because they're spawning out of those portals right there. But look, I don't know. Spawn camping is such a specific term. Yes, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, sorry. 20 years ago. How could you tell? I'm kidding. I'm sure that Call of Duty still uses the term spawn camping and it wasn't just like a one and done. So far, so good. Most major threats are dying early. I think I'm gonna activate my overcharge now. This is about as healthy as they were last time coming through here, so I'm gonna assume that those are just dead, which means we should be good. Cool. Playing Emberward always makes you think about recording YouTube videos. I don't know why. I think it's just because there's so much to like. I ramble on about stuff a lot. That's kind of my thing. We got a rusty telescope. I don't even remember what it did. Oh, it was like range up if it's not adjacent to things. That's like mega rune. But playing Emberward really makes me think about recording YouTube videos. Snowball tower, I thought it said firestorm. Froststorm tower, icy tornado, follows the enemy dealing damage and applying chill. Massive snowballs, 5 stacks of chill and a rider range, and then a lasso tower. I don't really care for any of these. Froststorm sounds cool. I'll go for snowball because it's at least like in a price point where 130 is a big investment. So I'd rather pick for something where we actually have like a chance to use it. All right, one more corrupted battle, and then we are on to the boss of the run. No quest this time. What do we have to work with here? Rolling log track. When the button is triggered, we'll roll forward, dealing damage and stun all monsters. Path resets at the start of each round. All right, so obviously we want to activate this button. There's a lot of valuable things down here. There's one final path. The question is, how do we take advantage of that one final path? The ideal... Actually, this looks really reasonable to set up, surprisingly. The ideal would be to have that one final path accessible from here. And then we force the enemies to go all the way down here and loop around back here. We can't block this off yet, which is a little bit annoying. But the plan is to have them come through here, down, around, down, and then in. And that covers basically the entire map. Of the two spawn points, they're both pretty much min-maxed at that point. This being said, we have really crummy blocks to start. I'm gonna draw one. Mega block. This one's also not the most ideal, but I think it's slightly more ideal. I'm gonna place it here. Traditionally, we're gonna want this to be blocked off here. Which we can do it now. We can do it now. And that gives us a spot to put down a balloon tower, which is, I think, going to be our main DPS for this, at least for the moment. And it has the increased range because it's not adjacent to anything, so we want to make sure we take care of that, or take advantage of the non-adjacency if we can. We do have arrows helping us out again. This side's going to be a real problem early on. I'm going to overcharge now. I think we're going to be cutting it close. Hopefully the AoE will be enough with the overcharge. Overcharge is done. Now it's going to be real heckin' slow. Hopefully the base can save us from total annihilation. I'm thinking it will be able to at least get some of them. Alright, we took 4 damage. Not my favorite, but I should have drawn down more perhaps. So now we really want to spend the 18 to get rid of this. Because what that allows us to do, even though it's a little bit expensive, it allows us to block off this side fully. I'm going to do it with this cross because it's simpler. And now we already have the basis for our maze. Enemies will have to go down this path here, which we will force them to push the button as well. Which for now can just be band-aided like this. So when they step on that button, or do I have to click it myself? No, it says when it's triggered, so I think it's when an enemy steps on it. I imagine it's when an enemy steps on it. That'll trigger that. That'll get a little pressure off us, so we can start building our actual defenses down here. Now, the downside is we're a little bit low on currency. We are going to have to play a little bit safe while we're getting our first few. There we go. See, that's what it's all about. The crushma, the smushma. I would like some HP back. Never thrilled that I have to spend HP, but sometimes it's a resource that you must spend. We want to make sure they are not touching. Does that count as adjacent? Hold on. Look at the range, so it reaches out just over to there. What if I do this? That counts as adjacent. Okay, so they mean like any tile touching, not just like the 4 cardinal directions. No big deal. Glad we learned it now because it gives us a little bit more time to set up our build properly. I want to take advantage of all the extra range that we can get. And now we can start doing some pathing. Question is, do I want to sell to get rid of these? I think I do. Reason being, it gives us access to damage up tile there, which I don't think we're going to use for a poison shroom yet. I am going to put a poison shroom over here, though. Gets the bonus range, so we can throw it down a little bit earlier. If we can, it would be nice to place one more tower right about here, just to take advantage of this attack tile boost as well. I didn't really want to spend it on the poison one. I don't know if we're going to get enough currency to do so, though. Why are we zapping so much? It's from poison or something? I might be able to be quick enough. Perfect. So those are going to lock in place now. Or I guess freeze. But we get the extended range on those, which is quite nice. And now we get to have some fun with it. I didn't even notice that we had, like, saw traps or anything down here. Would like to heal up once more. Thank you for the offer. Unfortunately, with Mega Runes, it is a little bit tough to do pathing proper. Oh, there's an extra path down here. I didn't notice that. Unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I'm going to continue pathing for the other stuff. Okay, we'll begin battle. We want to look for upgrades for some of our more primary towers, particularly this one's probably the first one we're going to want. That boulder trap goes profoundly hard. Have the trap crush at least or more than 50 enemies at once. Another achievement we popped. We are kind of going profoundly hard. The fact that the enemies are spawning here does concern me a little bit. Not like a crazy amount, but it does concern me a little bit. I'd like to heal up again. Alright, these guys are idiot mixed stupid heads, actually, so we should be able to just, like, manipulate them to walk into this on their own now. Perfect. So now we've taken advantage of all three saws down here. I think I want to start focusing on pathing out this area. So we will be unable to place any blocks really in either of these two lines. So this is going to be the next like bastion of defense. I'm going to save this Mega Rune. I guess it'd be a cross shape. I was going to say a T shape, but I don't think that's an accurate descriptor of it. For this area, probably clip it off the edge and just place a block there. We want to remember that we have the increased attack range if the things are not close to each other. Probably a good place for a balloon too. What I'll do, I'll drop it in the corner here and then we'll put down a balloon tower. Has a pretty prestigious amount of range to work with. Alright, that enemy's gonna take forever to die. But it is working out, which is nice. I'm gonna go for the stunned one. I don't want to put anything down here, right? I keep thinking about how I should set things up, but no, this is all Kunk Zone. It would be nice to drag people through the poison. But on the other hand, if we drag them through the poison, it'll be less damage for this trap. So I'm actually going to skip that poison altogether. I could see some merit in it, but it doesn't feel worth it enough to me to do so. Honestly, I think we just kind of econ here. No, I want to draw one more tile until I get another mega. There we go. That looks like the right spot. Do I want that there? I changed my mind, actually. I want it here. Yeah, I like that a little bit more. We'll do another balloon tower. Is this line safe? No, this line barely gets hits. It would have been nice to be able to play something here. I'm really just focusing on the 2x2s. We even took the thing that debuffs our 1x1 towers, so may as well focus on the bigger ones. Don't really see a reason to not just commit. And currently our maze is doing just fine. Purging wave 7. What do we draw? Cool, another Mega Block that we can use for a similar reason. I guess really an identical reason. I'm really just going to set up a crap load of those. Heck, I can't place that there. Unfork knife. We do have coinage, but I don't really want to spend on anything in particular. I'm just going to keep setting up, breaking our things off the side and just setting up these, because they have like an incredible amount of range, these balloon towers. As long as they're on their own and not like adjacent to one, they just kind of go off. Even on their own, they pull like great damage. And as long as they're CCing the enemies and slowing them down in this area, like, it's even better. And they're so far out of the way, they're not going to get stunned by the large enemies that do the AoE that turns the towers off. I gotta make sure they're actually in line with those arrows. I should bait them to go through it more. I was thinking that having them go up this straight line would be fine, but I don't know if this line actually counts as being in the arrows. I'm really overthinking it. I don't think those arrows are going to really be an issue with how much CC we have. Or not an issue, but like not necessary for the dream. Coin hunter. We don't need coins. I think that one gives like, when it kills, it has a chance to spawn a coin or whatever. I doubt it'll get the kill. But what if it did? Never mind. Alrighty, so I guess I will do a little bit more pathing down here just to make them spend more time in this area. I don't really have a strong feeling about trying to force this one any further. I think we're basically in WinCon now, and we may as well just take it instead of stalling out any longer. I will set up another balloon tower. Chant that bad boy. Then just send him. Honestly, I'm having second thoughts. Not about like the build or anything. But I want to get one more fireball tower down here just in case. I don't think it's necessary, but it does make me feel a little bit better about it. Because once they make it through here, it's really just free falling. They do have to go through a little bit more damage, but not a meaningful amount. So a little bit more security is probably a welcome one. Balloon towers are doing hard carrying though, and I'm very grateful for them and all they do. Our giant balls of tar. Oh, that kind of counters out Chameleon Shell, doesn't it? Because they need to be adjacent. Ah, it doesn't matter. Heck, Alright, final wave. We're just gonna send it. The Tyrant's whole kingdom's not gonna take itself, you know? We've got to be there to do it. So let's do it. You and I, let's take the Tyrant's whole kingdom. I don't really want to place that one. One more mushroom for good measure, just in case we need like a extra stun. I actually don't even know if that can stun. It probably can, but it says it converts poison damage into explosion damage when we poison. Oh, they're gonna get absolutely crushed. Okay, like none of them died, but that was very satisfying. I am mildly worried. I'm gonna overcharge now. Ruh-roh. I mean, it really doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look great, though. What does kill shot do? Ah, it kills him with less than 20% health. That's what it is. Okay, well, kill shot's quite useful on something with splash then. Hey T, how's it going? Good to see ya. I think we live. I do think we successfully tick 8 this one. God, the boss is going to be tough if we're struggling this hard. But at least we didn't plank like after the first stage like last time. Okay, so this person's thing is they have an aura that just constantly turns things off next to them. I could see why that caused us some trouble when it was in the middle of a group. Cool. We got an L. Unfortunate. Mega block. Earthquake Tower, Scorch Tower. What is Scorch Tower? Shoots flames in 4 directions simultaneously. Rotation direction be freely controlled. Whoa, that's kind of the coolest thing ever. Golden Roulette. At the start of each round, tower prices change between 50% and 150%. No. When a monster is stunned, all attacks will always be critical. That's pretty good. When a monster dies within 5 tiles of your fire source, you get 30% to 100% extra gold. I'm gonna reroll actually. Start of each battle, decrease the current and maximum health by 1. Gain 50 starting coins. Does not activate if only 1 health remains. At the end of your turn, discard all blocks in your hand and draw the same number of new cards. I'm gonna grab Demonic Pact. That's actually ultra free and very much old school RuneScape currently. Oh, I forgot that we went here. I'll remove a block. I'll remove a block. I'll remove a block and then I will... Whoa. What happens if I add this block? It changes its shape? Ah, okay. Can I have a long, thick block? That's great. I didn't know I could have done that. I mean, it makes sense because this is what it does. Let's go to tower loadout because we have several towers we don't want to use. We will switch out. Oh, we can't change it during, but this isn't battle. That's fine. Oh, it is battle actually. That was my bad. It was battle. I thought that was another different node that we were in. Alright, we'll put on the Scorch Tower. We'll put on the Snowball Tower, because we hadn't equipped them before. We have some talents available. I forgot talent points were a thing. I was just putting them in willy-nilly in this game. When you're an adventurer with access to the Royal Library, you can choose cards to craft your starting loadout. That sounds sick. I want that. That's probably like what I said last time in the recording on YouTube. Ah, heck yeah. So we're probably going to die here. How's the amazing going? I would say it's amazing. Is this a chessboard? Oh, no. Uh-oh, I was literally just talking about how I'm garbage at chess and checkers. Boss level in the deepest chambers of the ruin, the ancient Skeleton King stands guard over the final gate. Only adventurers who overcome his challenge may proceed. The Skeleton King possesses the power to resurrect the dead. Your revived monsters will attack along the shortest route. Every 3 rounds, the Skeleton King will offer you options to shape the course of the trial. Survive all waves. Complete the challenge. So we're not fighting a boss this time. Oh, holy buckets. I'm guessing we can't build on that side? Correct, okay. Oh, this is actually, like, profoundly cool. Thank you for the treasure chests, kind sir. So there is a boatload of openings. That is the first thing that is coming to my mind. It's just there is like a gorillion openings here. So we need to focus on patching that bad boy up. Unfork Knifely. That is a lot of blocks committed to do that. We do have a bunch because I took the Demonic Pact, so we lost 1 HP. But it means we have a bunch of extra coins to start. This is good. This is expensive, but it's good. I'm actually going to... no, I'm not going to do that one. Great. This was like... I feel like this was a solid round. We get double coins per kill. I'm going to do it. Hopefully this one can solo with the upgrade. It certainly can. Got a bunch of coins, and we have a big ass line in front of the boss. Assuming the boss stays on its side. I just knocked my phone off my desk. What did the boss just change? We got poison tiles we didn't have before? Buddy, that is so kind of you. Profoundly so. However, I don't know if I'm going to be playing with them. I think I'm going to be doing this my way with Mega Blocks. Because now... we're playing it... We're not playing chess anymore, you know? We're playing Tetris. But they did say we'd be able to decide how we... Well, I'm going to offer you a bit of assistance. How we do our trial. Okay, select a challenge you wish to face in the trial. Make a choice every 3 rounds. Each selected option cannot be chosen again. Obtain 2 treasure chests for the next 3 rounds. Every card you draw will be distorted into a strange shape. I don't want that. 2 random 2x2 towers that can be built for free. Arrow traps on the left side, no. Arrow traps in general seem like GG to us, so I don't want those. When medium or large monsters die, they spawn 3 skeletons. That one feels free low. We're gonna go for that one. We have a lot of AoE. That's basically like our strength in this build, is that we AoE really goodly. I wish I had a good position to put this in. The music is so intense. We want to keep our adjacency if we can as well. We need to keep that in mind. Oh, now the music's gone, I'm like thinking and it's a lot harder. Oh, we had some of our things still going. Oh no. Okay, the boss has infinite health, I think. I was gonna say, do we have to kill the boss? Because if so, it's a real problem. Alright, so I think we just want to avoid the arrows. Like, end of story, I think the arrows kill us. So anything that's not an arrow is what we're going to be picking. This is like the bread and butter of mazing, right? Oh, I didn't realize there was a saw there. Maybe we focus on that saw after all. Hornet King. That is kind of scary. Let's do a round where we focus on our actual towers, I think. Because these are all going to freeze in a hot second. So yeah, let's just do this now. Spent all of our coins. We'll just econ a little bit. I'm feeling good so far. I'm feeling confident. I think we made a lot of good decisions coming up to this point. Our dopey little guy looks really concerned, though. Yeah, I'll just take coins. I could see armor breaker and stuff being valuable, but my brain's not in the right mindset to take advantage of them right now, I think. This is all going to freeze, so I want to place... just placing the blocks for now is like the play. I don't think that that's ever going to not be true. You know what we could do here? I'm going to heckin' do it. But it's so, like, inexpensive that I have to imagine it's just, like, a bad tower and probably not worth doing. Ah, heck it. Oh, it's so cool. Never mind, this is the coolest tower ever. I'm sorry for being a hater. Oh, these enemies go underground. I completely forgot about them. Alright, cool. Wave 5 done. Does that mean we're going to be on to our next decision? Oh no, that is a big lad. Choose your destiny. They did roll back the RS3 servers. That's funny. It doesn't surprise me too much. I'm gonna take the distorted into strange shape one now. I think we can kind of afford it. Good old RuneScape. Introducing economy crashing bugs whenever possible. Hey, I got an actual use for that. Nice. This is going to be frozen, so I'd like to just build here. Anytime we can introduce another tower in a spot that's going to be frozen, I just want to do it. I think it's a quantity over quality. Maybe it's a little bit of both. How much health do you have? 1,000. Apparently, if there's a way you can infinitely dupe runes, it can be easily replicated if wanted. I mean, they rolled it back, so why would you try to do it if they were going to roll it back anyways? Come on, don't dupe rune. Just go rune crafting. Apparently we do infinite damage. I was a little bit concerned, but we are cooking. That means everything we're going to draw now is going to be really scuffed looking. It's really scuffed. However, I forgot that our character's passive kind of nullifies that as an issue. Because we can just like place these into other blocks, basically. I love this block. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I really like it. It sparks joy for certain. Well, yeah, exactly. It was a one-time thing, which I think they had to roll back instead of saying whatever and fix the individuals. Yeah, it's a good call. I always wonder how they mess something like that up. They'll do like something completely innocuous and completely disconnected from like the content. I'm gonna just do upgrades this round from the content that they're updating, and then it'll be like, oh, yep, now everyone has infinite runes. Whoops. What do you get? Wrap sharp stones in the snowball to deal 100% additional damage. Primary target damage reduced, but shoots larger ones and increase the damage radius. By hitting an enemy already afflicted by burn, extends it. Inverts ice and stacks chill. Heck it, you can do some more burn. These enemies are annoying. I don't even know what they do exactly, the Ancient Guardians. I think they heal and buff, but I'm not entirely sure. At any point that we can save a power-up, we're going to save a power-up. So I'm not going to spend them yet. We're going to save them because I don't know what Wave 10 is going to be like. OS Wrestling's got some of the good stuff, though. Like the prayer pen is going to be 25 to 15. That's awesome. I saw that they were going to make changes, but I wasn't sure what they were doing. That's a lot of enemies. That is a pretty significant amount of foes that we are currently dealing with. I really like these blocks. They're a huge vibe. Okay. What do we do? I want to upgrade these. I think we just need to get more balloon towers, period. I feel like we've strewn away from our original plan of a bunch of balloon towers, and that needs to be fixed. Going to do our overcharge here. Save our extra fireball and stuff. We're going to work on upgrading these balloon towers as well. They are getting further than I would like them to, but we still have plenty of maze to go. Echo Amox got its range and magic defense heavily nerfed. I'm surprised. It didn't seem like it had a crazy amount of range defense. It certainly shouldn't have had it in the first place, but I didn't really notice range defense as an issue for the crossbow. But the crossbow also has like a decent amount of accuracy. You know, it does have a tremendous amount of range defense, though, is most wilderness bosses, I feel. I have been really struggling to get like meaningful fast farms on them. There are times we'll be fighting like Vedion, and it'll be like 15 hits in a row with nothing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and increase the monster's movement speed. I think the arrows again is basically GG. Maybe it's not because I can just have it block, but it feels really bad. It would turn off a lot of our towers. The movement speed is actually horrifying, thinking about what I just accepted. We're going to place down one of these, and we will have damage down, but area up on that. We'll grab that upgrade there as well. You know what, maybe I'll turn one of these into charge for the sake of it too. There's the overcharge. Small nodes get more accuracy added and damage. Small nodes get 10% accuracy. Large ones go from 35 to 50% accuracy. Wow. I've actually just taken some accuracy nodes recently, so I'm very happy to see that. I think the most recent nodes I took were defense up, though. I'm glad that they're changing things and buffing it for people. If like I didn't feel like it was that bad, but that doesn't mean that like someone who's less of a sweater than I am might not be like struggling, or if you make a specific build choice or don't follow, like, because I was talking to my roommate about it and I was telling her, I was like, I'm so surprised that you didn't just like see the logic of go straight to the end of the talent tree, take the biggest node at the end, and then start building. And she's like, I mean, it's evident to me now, but I just didn't think of it at the time. And I was like, yeah, I mean, to me, it was super obvious, but I guess to a lot of people it wasn't. Which is not throwing flack at anyone. It just, you know, I take for granted sometimes. Heck, that's a little bit annoying. I take for granted sometimes that people don't think identically to me, which is stupid, I know. But I'm glad that they'll make changes that'll just benefit everyone. Because to me, it's obvious, but, you know, to someone else, it won't be. And especially people that haven't played games with many talent trees and stuff. So, like, zero reason to not just like make it more enjoyable for more casual people. Honestly, let's just throw down a few more balloon towers. I didn't actually see what we were up against. Let me go like assess that. A little bit late to pull out of this plan. Oh, it's the boss from the first world and the boss from was Swear Beast from the second world? This one was definitely the first world boss. We're cooked. Maybe we're not cooked. Good luck, good luck. Oh, I think we're ultra dead. I think we're advanced levels of dead that scientists frankly didn't think was possible before. But they were wrong. Because we've done it. That Hydra is going to run us right down. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm being dramatic. We're actually doing fantastic. I'm sorry. I was super dramatic. Why is that dude so big? That's a large frost elemental. Oh my god, treasure chest, hi. Speed boost. Go. Alright, yeah, we're totally fine. I was dramatic, I'm sorry. Really wasn't obvious to me either, so I get a lot of people. Yeah, again, like, when I look at things, I always look at it from my own lens and think, why wouldn't people do this? But, you know, it makes sense. Go forth, but tread carefully. We've successfully beaten the frost ruins, which is great because this destroyed me in the YouTube video that I made, but we've won now. And I love this game. I love coming back to it. Win streak 1, highest win streak 2. Unlock soul flame. I forgot you could change the campfire. Discovered deep within the frost ruins, this flame holds no warmth. The soul flame absorbs the souls of monsters and permanently increases its own power. That sounds sick. Anomaly battles. A challenging level affected by particular energies. Oh, no. Looks like fire damage was the majority of what we did at the end, which makes sense since we had so many things focused on that. Cool. Can we get that cool talent at the bottom? No. Heck. I want it. Sealed Citadel is the new level that we haven't defeated yet. These weren't out. When I initially played, there was only like one world, so these new worlds are like a thing to me. So anomaly levels exist now. Okay, I want to see the fires. So Forge Flame is the default one. Sacred Flame, guarding the town against spreading corruption. It possesses exceptional resistance to corrupted energy, able to sense the slightest corruption. All battle stages in the adventure are corrupted stages. What? With stronger enemies and greater rewards, when a corrupted tile appears within the Sacred Flame's attack range, it will prioritize attacking that tile to cleanse the corruption. So of each turn, its attack range increased by 2 tiles. That's actually sick. Arc Flare Flame, obtained from the trail engine guarded by the Steel Rail Overlord. It seems to contain endless source of energy. Arc Flare Flame periodically releases bursts of electrical energy, shocking random enemies on the field. Monsters hit or stunned. When 2 seconds, their charge increased by 20%. When enemies are in attack range, it releases an electric current. Spikes up to 3. Soul Flame, which is one we just got, holds no warmth. It absorbs the souls of monsters and increases power. When the Ember Spark talent kills enough monster, which I think is the passive one, which lets it attack, it levels up and gains 1 attack damage. When damaged by monsters, its level decreases by the amount. We don't have Ancient Flame yet. Cool. I don't think I actually ran one of these special ones. I forgot that you could select them. Interesting, though. Alright. We're not doing another run right now. I'm gonna go eat something. That was fun. Emberward is fun. I'm glad we did a run of it. Maybe we'll do more of it. I kind of want to try to beat the entire thing, because once you beat it, you get access to, like, not having to re-roll your starter stuff, which is cool. You get to pick what you want for that. I mean, that's also kind of boring, so I don't even know if I would use it. Either way, that was a fun little different stream today. Hopefully you had fun, because I know I did. I don't know what we're doing tomorrow. We'll figure it out, but hopefully I'll see you there. GG's, I want to see more you playing. I'll do more Emberward then. It'll be fun. I don't know if I'll do it tomorrow or not, but we'll do more. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.